This is Moogo, a mosquito misting system designed to keep your outdoor living spaces completely mosquito free all day, week, and year long. In this video, we are going to unbox it, set it up, and give you our thoughts on it. So stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. But first, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We teach everything related to lawn care and occasionally review products like this. If you're into that sort of thing, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and ring the bell icon to be notified of new content. This product was sent to us at no cost in exchange for this review, but the thoughts and opinions are of my own. My promise to you, if you have any questions, do not hesitate. Drop those down in the comments section. I do my very best to answer every single one. And even if I don't know the answer, I will reach out to the manufacturers to have those questions answered for you. Let's see, first box here. And the second box, which is the biggest one, I'm gonna put this down right here and slide that out. So this is the mosquito misting system, and it looks like in here are additional accessories and instructions. Oh, look at this, nice little bag. Oh, there we go. And the rest of that is empty. That's a nice presentation. Let's see what's inside here. We have a user manual. This is a screw positioning card to mount this on a wall. And then we have the main pump. So this is a misting system. You can see here are the controls right here, and you've got two tanks. One is a dilute solution tank. The other is a repellent concentrate here. So we'll get into some of that stuff later on. Underneath, you have basically your power cord. There's an antenna here because this is a Wi-Fi connected system. And you have a couple inlet and outlet ports. These are the inlet and outlets for the spray nozzles going out and the water coming in. So, a couple things to note. You will need to have an electrical supply source for this. This does need to be plugged in. It will need to be located somewhere close to where it gets a Wi-Fi signal. And you will also need to locate this near a water source like a hose bib. In this box, we have, this looks like 2 reels of 1/4 inch hosing. Let's see, these are all in nice little bags. I don't know if you can see that on the camera here. So you got this like mesh. These are some of the T connections here, 1/4 inch T's. I don't want to open these up yet because I don't want to lose them. But inside here you have the individual misting knobs. Not sure you can see through kind of what that looks like right there. A whole bag of screws. In this box over here we have a couple tools, plugs, caps, elbows. We've got the 1/2 inch clamps. And then we've got the 1/4 inch clamps. And inside the unit here are some additional items. We've got a box of plastic anchors, concrete screws, thick silicone pad, standard silicone pad, some hose bib adapters, and metal plugs. Almost forgot one more thing. I didn't see it initially in the box here, but we were missing the glass piece that covers the front here. Let's show you what that looks like. Kind of looks like that in the front, like a mesh screen, kind of like a microwave door. And then on the back here you have the mounting hardware that just goes and slides on the front like that to cover everything up when we're finished with the install. And then not included in this box but shipped separately is the concentrate. This is a sodium lauryl sulfate based product. Sodium lauryl sulfate is widely used in a lot of your household products, specifically like your soaps and shampoos and things of that nature. This is considered a very, very low risk pesticide. Also contains soybean oil and corn oil. So now that we've unboxed everything, let's go set it up. So part of setting this up is deciding where to put it. One option for us in the back here, we do have a hose bib there. and we do have an outlet there. You can wall mount this unit, or if you want to, you can just have it sit on the ground here. It does have sort of like these like rubber feet underneath that can just sit on top of like a nice level surface. But I do not like having utilities like that kind of sit in an area where we eventually entertain. But if you guys have been following along, we did install an irrigreen system and decided to get some plumbing work done on the side over here where we do have electric right there, and we have a hose bib right here. So I like keeping all those utilities kind of like on the side of the house where they're not seen. So we have like our AC unit over there, and then all of this stuff right here. I also know I get a really good Wi-Fi signal right here. The irrigreen system is connected to Wi-Fi. And another reason why I want to connect to the hose bib that's actually on the other side of this wall that you saw in the previous clip is because this line has a check valve here. So just some added protection to prevent any backflow of chemicals or anything like that coming into the household line. You might want to consider getting one of those. All right, so back out here, we're gonna set Moogo up on the fence here. I don't like attaching really too much to the house. So we're gonna set it up over here, connect it to water, power it on, and then I'm gonna run that 1/4-inch tube pretty much around the perimeter of the fence. We are gonna get total backyard coverage here, mounting a nozzle on almost every single one of these posts. Fast forwarding a bit to the actual installed unit. Here you can kind of see Moogo set up where I told you it was going to be set up, connected to everything, and we do have total coverage. We've got the misting nozzles and the 1/4-inch tubing running around the entire perimeter of our backyard here. 35 nozzles in total, and almost 700 feet of hose. Goes around the entire, through the garden. No nozzles in the garden, but the hose continues along the top of the fence all the way around into the back corner, and then comes around, and then the nozzles pick up again around over there, all the way around here. It drops underground right at that post, comes back up, and then we have nozzles pointing into the yard, not into our seating area here, all the way around these posts, kind of daisy chaining and kind of following along here. You can see that's where the hose is, to each one of these posts, and then it goes back down underground behind this post here. And I'm using basically electrical conduit underground here, and this is part of where my trench was, so already pretty much grown back, and that goes all the way back around to the system there. Since the original kit came with only 500 feet of tubing, I did ask Moogo to send me another kit. So this is basically the accessories kit that they sent me with another 500 feet of hosing and a whole bunch more nozzles and tees and fittings and stuff like that, because we do have almost 700 feet of hosing here. So we're really pushing the limits, I think, of this system. You basically have your tees, your nozzles, and your hose, and they give you this kind of neat cutting tool that does a good job of cutting the tubing to the length that you need it. All you really need to do is push these things together until it feels secure, and then kind of daisy chain each one of these together, pushing this tubing in until it's all the way in. Then you secure these to either your fence post or wherever you're securing them to with the 1/2-inch clamps for the metal components and the 1/4-inch clamps for the plastic components here. And if you mess up at any point in the install, it does come with this removal tool. You can kind of depress the fitting there and pull the tubing out and reconnect or recut your piping to make sure you get a nice clean install. Once we have all of our piping installed, we're going to make the connections to the unit here. We do have a looped system, so the outlet port here has 2 lines coming in. If you were not looping it, you would install an end cap on either one of these so that you block the flow from that. So we do have a complete looped system, so we're using both sides of this. And then for the inlet side, this is the side that comes to the, this is from your hose bib, filling the unit up with water. So we have that connected directly to our hose bib using this included attachment piece right here that just connects to your hose bib. Make sure you use the Teflon tape to make sure you get a good seal. Now it's time to hook everything up through the app, starting with a connection via Bluetooth to your phone and then connecting everything to the internet. Just enter in your Wi-Fi credentials. Once everything is connected, then it's time to fill up the concentrate tank and then through the app start the testing process where it's going to go through a couple of prompts, making sure that you installed everything properly, and then it's going to run the system, and here's an opportunity for you to check for leaks. All right, here we go. We are preparing for the self-test. Here's our first nozzle right here. Let's see what happens. Oh no, we got a leak. Oh, and it went away. All right, there we go. So the line is charging. It's got to go around the entire yard here. We're going to check for these leaks right there. Yep, that's the bottleneck right there. The leaks were a result of the tubing not being fully pressed into each fitting, so we went around and tested each and every one, making sure that the tubing was fully pressed in, and that totally resolved all the leaks, and we were up and running. So we have been using this system now for over a month, and it has been a game changer for us, especially in the backyard. Two issues that I've had, they're not really issues. One is a nuisance thing, and another is more just how the system works. First one being occasionally the online offline status. It'll sometimes be offline, and then when you open up the app and you want to miss that a moment's notice, it'll quickly turn back online. I don't know if that's an intermittent connection with the Wi-Fi or whatnot, but it has not been, it has not impacted the overall schedule we've had. The other thing is that since we are running over 700 feet of tubing, 35 nozzles or whatever, the solution tank that is mixed, that gets pumped all the way down, and then the misting pauses so that mix can then refill back up before spraying again. So when you have a 2-minute mist, which is the maximum that it will do on a schedule, it will intermittently mist. So it'll mist like it is right now, and then it will stop, it will pause, it will fill back up, and then it will continue misting for the remainder of the time that's left. Otherwise, the schedules, the default schedules, didn't quite do it for us. We had a 5 a.m. and an 8 p.m. schedule. That was the default setting. We were still getting a lot of bugs. Just I think in nature of like us being out a little bit earlier in the day. Maybe we were out at like 5 p.m. and that 5 a.m. misting just wasn't doing anything for us. So we did add additional schedules throughout the day. We have like, we have our 5 a.m. and then there's probably like a 1 p.m., a 4 p.m., the 6 p.m. and then 8 p.m. time. 2 minutes each time it's spraying. Really has done an incredible job of preventing a lot of the mosquitoes from coming in. Occasionally, we still get a bite here and there, but it makes being outside way more enjoyable. Especially when you're hosting family and friends. They're able to be outside too, and no one is complaining about getting bit by bugs and wanting to go back inside. So that has definitely been a game changer for us. If you have any questions, as always, please leave those down in the comments. I'll do my very best to answer every single one. But if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for joining.